The phone change. Alex,
Everybody saw it.
can we stop stressing about that? Thanks. The phone change is just because I've noticed a huge pattern compared to the beginning of the school year. I'm assuming it's because you guys kind of have more freedom on phone usage now. Where I believe for the most part last year you weren't allowed phones really at all. And so I think, my educated guess is that a lot of you are not handling freedom as well. Basically, I would rather you be a better student. This is for all my classes. This is not just for this hour. This is not from one person in particular. If you're on your phone, you're going to come after school with me. I can't stand having to watch out for phones. But you guys have kind of driven it to the point where I need to. So this will definitely be kind of my policy forward. I'll just leave this thing up here. When you guys come in, put it up on the rack. So when we have things to do, and you complete or finish what you're supposed to, and so you're done with any kind of work or assignment that I've given you, then you can take it out of it, and then you can go on. I don't want to see the phones up until the point where you have shown me you finished your work. It annoys the heck out of me that I need to do this, but way too many people have kind of pushed it to that point. And I'm not trying to say that you guys individually or anything were doing anything badly. You are all very good people. You are pretty much just the exact same as every single adult as well. Every adult that has a chance at distraction will take that distraction. But my guess is, since this is your first year where you've kind of had the freedom to be able to choose that, most of you are having a hard time keeping your distractions away. Even when I say to put phones away, a lot of you just flip them upside down on your desk as if that's going to stop you from looking at it. So this is just more so you can be a better student. Like, you have to learn when to focus on certain things. And the phone will still be in the room if there's some sort of emergency, you need to get a hold of your parents, whatever. You'll be able to. Okay, so we are on this page. Now I can't remember. I feel like we have like about 5-6 pages of the packet left. Our goal is to be done with the packet by Friday. We are not going to be doing the transformations at the end of the packet, which I believe is the last 2 or 3 pages. Friday I have a doctor appointment, but my father will be here, and most likely he'll just teach you the last topic. And then next week we're going to start a different thing, but I will gladly help you with anything you want help with. I'll have an answer key made up for the packet so you can check the work you've done. Today, when we get through our couple pages that we're going to do, I want to check off packets from those who have gotten there. I don't think anybody checked theirs off yesterday, if I remember right. Yeah. Okay. Anakin, you want to start us off, or do you want to choose somebody? You'll just call a number?
Yeah. 2 and 6.
Taylor. I'm ignoring the numbers. All right, you ready to go? I know you were supposed to be first anyway. I was just kind of making it feel like you got picked. You ready? Question number 1 up there. Y plus 1 equals 3x. For all 6 of those problems, our goal is going to be to put it in slope-intercept form. To put it in slope-intercept form just means that you make it say y equals. Okay, this one, the very first one, only needs one thing done to get the y all by itself. I feel like you know that one thing. What's written next to the y? A plus 1. How do we cancel off a plus 1? Minus 1. So we're going to minus 1 to both sides. Now, if we needed to, this one is already written so that we could figure out the y-intercept and the slope. That's kind of our goal for this section, is we want to be able to write the equation so that we can use it if we need to. Okay, excellent. I don't know, what can we call that? Kessler? On the second one, technically, there's only one thing to do to get the y by itself, but there's definitely more things to do to make it like simplified or whatever you want to call it. But what's the one thing we would do to get y by itself? Perfect. It honestly doesn't matter where I write it. So we've got y equals negative 3 parentheses x plus 9 plus 2. David? What would I do to try to finish simplifying, putting stuff together? Okay, multiply out the negative 3. So I would have y equals negative 3x minus 27 plus 2. And then these two can go together. Negative 25. So though that would be in the form where we could use it. Now, it's going to be most every math class going forward, whenever you're using an equation, you generally need it for something, like solving or using, graphing, just something. And traditionally, the way you do that is you solve for a letter. And so we traditionally solve for y. And so that'll help us use it for other things. Okay, now what makes some of these worse, they've got fractions. Don't forget, you guys are 100% allowed to use your calculator on all of them. There isn't anything more difficult to do on these other than fractions may be involved from slopes. So I will let you finish those 4 on your own. Samantha? I don't think you've gotten called on for a while. Do you think you could help me figure out the slope on that upper left picture? And or I can give you some guidance if you want. Okay. So you were doing by the picture? Okay, we absolutely can do that if you want. I didn't even thought of that, to be honest. You can figure out the rise and run just from the picture. How much did it go down? So it went from 20 is not the height. It went from 3,000 down to 2,000. So it went down 1,000. The picture doesn't feel like you went down 1,000, but you kind of have to go by the numbers. And then the run went from 20 to 60, Perfect. So 100% you can do it like this if you want, if that's easier for you. My slope would be rise over run, which would be -1,000 divided by 40, -25. Hayden? I wasn't even thinking about using the picture itself. I was just gonna go by the points. Do you remember how to do it by the points like we did yesterday? Oh. Do you know what would be a great place to look it up? Just flip back a page. Or is it 2 pages? No, it's 1 page. It's right there. So we've got x1, y1, x2, y2. That's how I was thinking of doing it from the start, not that there isn't any way that's more correct. Okay, so
2,000 minus 8,000, 60 minus 20.
perfect. Gets us the exact same thing we found from the picture. Whichever way you find easier, you are welcome to do. Now, I guess the other part of these questions, though, is because these numbers actually have something like tied to them. It wants to know what the slope means. Maddie? Oh, I'll let you finish writing. I see that. My fault. Do you know what the -25 means? Yeah. Okay. No, that's okay. What does the -1,000 stand for?
Water in 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I know, and it sounds kind of dumb as a title, like water. We'll just go by that. So cubic feet, okay? And so the top number would stand for cubic feet. The bottom number stands for hours. And so our answer over here would be cubic feet per hour. So we could say the water is going down at 25 thousand cubic feet per hour. That's what it represents. I'm guessing we're probably okay on this. Because this isn't really anything new, it's just like finding slope from a different type of picture type thing. Or do you feel like we should do another one together? I know how to do them, I'm asking you how to do them. I'll move on. I mean, you have to kind of learn to advocate for yourself. If you need or want some help on things, like make sure to ask, because it's my job, I'll gladly help you. Now, this is where it starts to feel confusing for some people, because now you're going to be asked to write an equation in a different way. And you guys are extremely used to doing slope-intercept because you did that for everything. Point-slope form looks different. That's basically it. Now, it's kind of important you write down like the formulas and notes that I put down, because that's stuff you're going to want to put on your cheat sheet when we get to the test. Point slope form is a different formula that tells the information in a different way. You're just kind of being exposed to it now. Point slope form is more popular later on. So you're just kind of being taught how to use it now, and by the time you need to use it a lot more, you'll be good at it. X1 and Y1, I'm pretty sure you already know, is from the point. M is from slope. Like, that part is zero difference. I'm hoping that you see the obvious reason why they name it point slope form. Is because when you write the equation, you need 1 point and a slope. So it's point slope form. They name it according to what you see. So first example, actually I think every single one of these gives you the same information. Gives you a point and a slope, and we're asked to write it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna write y minus, because that's always gonna stay a regular y. The stuff I underlined is where we put numbers. y1, -1. So y minus -1. If you wanna write plus, sure. M, we're told the slope is 3. And then we have that parentheses, that x will always be an x. The underlined one is where I put the number. So x1 would be 0. And you don't necessarily need to write -0, but I am just to show how to use it. And that's it. That's the answer we're looking for. So if you're asked to write it in point slope form, it looks like that, and so I'm not going to do anything else with it currently. It's just kind of, you follow the instructions you're given and do what it says. Jack? You got me on the next one? Okay. I mean, once you know what to do, they're definitely very easy. Oh, I see a lot of you already flying through and answering. Good.
Can I finish it?
Yeah, absolutely. I can get a drink. I can tell I'm starting to get sick. I'm losing my voice. There's way too many sick people around this school.
Alright, so y minus -9 equal to -3 parentheses x minus 2 parentheses.
Very close. It's very tempting to write it the way you said, because you see the numbers in that order, and so you want to put them that order. But the first number you need to write down is the second one. So it's going to be y minus 2, x minus -9. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Isn't there a different topic on the bottom? There is not. I thought there was one more topic. I'm okay saving that topic for tomorrow. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we had 6 pages left total, and we'll just do 2 a day. And then that'll give you time to be able to finish problems and work. And you shouldn't need to bring anything home unless you're falling behind. So why don't I cut it off right here? This is definitely ample opportunity, a half hour left in class. During that half hour, if you're done with every page in the packet, come up and show me, and then I'll check it off. Now, in the computer, I'm only checking up to yesterday's work. So up to slope between 2 points. So if you finish today's, that's great. You can still show that to me if you want to be able to grab your phone after. I don't have anything against phones. I just want you guys to learn how to control when to use them. Okay, perfect.